Hello everyone and welcome back to All the Mods 10. We are back and we've been pretty productive recently. The latest addition to our ever increasingly horrific base is this downstairs section. So in this room here, we have automated cobblestone and automated stone, which we had previously, but I guess we've made it a little bit nicer, maybe. And it actually works properly now that we've given it more than just one source of water. So that's pretty cool. You know what it looks like? It looks like the stone eats the water, whereas it kind of looks like this guy isn't, but it might also be... No, I have no reason. I was going to say maybe one's full. Not sure. But anyway, that's in the system. And as a result, we can actually make stuff like sand and gravel by destroying or crushing their variants. Now, this is a crafting recipe. Probably not meant to go in there. I mean, I think it can, but there's no real benefit to putting it in there. So we'll chuck it in here with the rest of our crafting recipes. So yeah, what does that mean? It means we have... Sorry, it means I'm just a little bit sick, so I might sound a little bit better, but there's like a... When you talk a lot while you're sick, it like sneaks up on you, and so I usually try to pause or cut the coughs out. If one or two sneak in, I do apologize. Because no one wants to hear that. What I was going to say is we have effectively infinite sand. So if I remember my keybinds, we would have sand in here. Now we don't, but we can. So we've got compressed sand, right, that we can get, and this obviously can turn into a ridiculous amount of sand, which is great. Now, what I wanted to do this episode was soul sand, and I think we still do that. We've done it before, so I'm not too excited about doing it. We also have... Do I just want to get rid of all this? I don't necessarily remember why we destroyed the leaves up here, or whether... I'm thinking it must have been lightning or something, because we did see ash over here. And so, I mean, the trees are ruined, sort of regardless. So I guess we'll do what we can to sort of, I don't know, help out a bit. We're probably just going to get rid of most trees. But to be honest, I think it'll be good. I think it'll be worth it. This area no longer looks as fun being in the side of a tree, so that's unfortunate. I didn't really think about that before I continued chopping. But shabba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. That's what I say. So I'll tell you what, I'll clear these trees out, and I guess we'll just quickly get soul sand done. We'll see how quickly we can do it, and yeah. Alrighty, I've chopped down, I think, the problem trees, so our place looks a lot more different now. It's still not the prettiest. Like, I was sort of hoping that those leaves there would decay, but they don't really look like they want to. So is what I have to say about that. But yeah, but it's okay. We'll live. We'll live. So we also lost our hammock. It's okay. It's okay. So I'll probably sleep before we do the rest of this. But in order to do the soul sand, we need a fan, which is this, an encased fan. So propeller and stuff. This will need plates, which we might even already have a way to do that. I'm not 100% sure. And then we also need soul thingamajiggy. So I believe, ideally, we want a soul campfire. So that's going to be logs, soul sand, and sticks. And that's going to be our magic weapon. Do we have anything for any of this? We don't have sheets. We don't even have andesite alloy yet. I'll sleep. I'll cough. And I'll come back with a bit of a plan. Okay, so one of the dangers of pausing my recording to cough is that I forget to unpause it. Yeah. Long story short, I mean, we cleared this area. I think we discussed that. Nice. Beautiful. And so then I was like, okay, what do we need? We looked at what we needed. We got a soul campfire. That's the main thing. It needs soul sand, logs, and sticks. Pretty simple stuff. Next on the list was andesite, because we don't even have it. We have nothing. Andesite, if we check this out, can be made with a block generator. So I've done that. I did it. I was talking to myself apparently, and this time it was not being broadcast to the internet. So we've got this here. I made it out of diamond because we bowling in the diamond department. I put some upgrades in them, so they've got how many copper upgrades does it show? It doesn't show, but they've got 2 in them, and that lets them store 131,000. So that's pretty good. And then what the main thing, right? The whole middle click thing, where you middle click and it pulls stuff from your applied Energistics storage system, is insane. To put this on, I middle mouse that, and I middle mouse that. How crazy is that? Like, instead of having to search for those things, you can just middle mouse, and it's just there. It's so good. Another little thing I did is I made these out of deep slate column, and so behind this is lava. So hopefully, because when I broke stuff, it made a bit of a mess. But yeah, ideally, we don't make that mistake going forward. Now, can I? Oh yeah, I can just pull the frame boards, and then if I want the glass, I can middle mouse the glass. Wow, that is genuine. It's so good. But yeah, how cool is that? So we have andesite. Now we have infinite andesite. We have infinite iron. Like, it just is what it is, sort of thing. So I don't think we need to be efficient about how we make this stuff. I did want to check our iron. We're not full, right? No. We're just, like, we have a lot, but, like, it's just coming from those loud guys, which, by the way, I really need to just have that not be a thing, because it is, I mean, it is just horrible. It is respectfully loud and annoying. But yeah, so good things happening. So what we want to do is get a recipe set up for all this stuff. So first things first is andesite. Alloy. Specifically. And so yeah, we'll just use iron nuggets and andesite. That shouldn't be a problem. Now for this guy, we also need, one of the main bits, is iron plates. Engineer's hammer or hammer. Engineer's hammer is better. Machines also work. To be fair, not many machines. I think we just do this recipe. Yeah, I think we do. There, I said it. So we'll make one of those. We'll make a recipe for the hammer. Just because, I don't know, it might lose its durability. We'll chuck one recipe in here. Are any of these big guys too? No, none of them. So these are what? Pattern providers. All right, let's go pattern. How much does an extended cost? It needs crafting tables. Okay, cool. Wood. Log. We do have logs. We're just gonna make all these into crafting tables, yeah. Okay. Pattern. Boom. Boom. And I think I'll just replace one of these as opposed to expanding it, just because I don't really know how much room we've got along this line up here. Probably enough, but I mean, like, it's also just, it's just better to do this, I think. Look at how much space we get. Boom, 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 boom. Cool. This one can go away. We'll use it later. So what can we do now? If we search andesite, for starters, I should be able to order like 100 andesite, and it'll do that. If I want plates, iron plates, I should be able to order 100 of those. It will craft one hammer. And the beauty of applied energistics is, look at that. With one hammer in the system, it will use it. Even as it loses durability. Good luck doing this with refined storage or something. A nightmare. An absolute nightmare. But as you can see, good things happening. But yeah, genuinely, like, awesome. Cool. And so that's going to be all of our plates. So we can pretty much make this thing. We can go propeller. We can go shaft. For the andesite casing, this is a little bit of a wheat wool moment. What we need is some andesite alloy. We do need an axe. I don't think the Paxel works, so we might need this platinum axe. Let me put that stuff away as well. No, yeah, we won't need that. And then we need a log, so we can just grab some of these. So what we do, for those of you that aren't too sure, let's try with the Paxel. Oh, Paxel works. Awesome. Platinum axe, go away. We strip the logs by right-clicking them with an axe, and then we right-click with an alloy. Bump, 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 bump. And then we get casings. Cool. So we'll turn that into this guy. Awesome. Now, he does need to spin. To do that, easiest way is just with a water wheel, at least as far as I'm concerned. So that's what we'll do. Water wheel, shaft, and planks. Perfect. With all of this and a bit of water, anything's possible. Now, where do we want to do this? This is our automation area down here in terms of making blocks. So, like, we're trying to do something that could be done down here, I guess. Look, we probably would want to go down to another level. This whole area is horrible. I do acknowledge that. But it doesn't have to be, I guess. Where would we do it? I mean, I could break open this wall. Not a bad idea. Sorry, there's a. I've been holding back for probably too long. A cough. I've been. It's not even a cough. It's just a tickle. It's like, come on, you want to cough, and it's like, please, I'm trying to record. I'm trying to make video. Alrighty, I've got some polished andesite. We've got this nice little area over here, which is somewhat close enough to everything, I think, for hooking up applied Energistics automation and stuff. How do we want to do it? I think what we do is we have the water wheel here, for example. We'll place that. Yeah. Okay. I think I will grab some glass. We'll glass it up. Why not? At least a little bit. So that goes there. We place the fan here. As you can see, it pushes. We will place our soul campfire. As you can see, it's soul campfires. And then we will get a depot. A depot is a casing and an andesite alloy. This guy can then be placed in front, like so. That should block the haunting effect that goes through. But it should still apply to anything placed on the depot. Which should be pretty cool. We can place that. Yeah, maybe. I don't think it's the worst thing we've ever done. Arguably, would that look better? I think it would. So there we go. So this is now our magical block. What do we do with it? Honestly, I feel like we just bring the wireless over here. Like we do a completely new wireless. I don't know if this is a horrible idea. Like, I don't know if we're being greedy about it. Maybe we are. Because otherwise I just run a cable through. Let's just do that. I think that does make more sense. So we'll go here. I'll make it a dense one. Might need to make some more, but we can do that. So we will bring this across. Ta-da! And then we can hook up whatever we want here. So, like, realistically, pattern provider. Blocking mode. Oh. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure how we get the stuff back out. Like, we could do an import bus, but I think we just use pipes, to be honest. I just don't know what the easiest play is. I think, honestly, it's with a hopper. Because my understanding is hoppers are smart enough to know when something's just been placed on versus when something's done cooking. We'll do a test. We'll grab some sand. Somehow. If I put one sand on, does it instantly get sucked up? Oh, it does. Never mind. Alright, what we'll do instead is we'll set up a pipe. We'll get a pipe upgrade. And we'll just do filters. That will just be easy peasy. Chuck that in. Oh! How about we clear it? That might help. Chuck it in. We do want it... No, we want it to be a blacklist. And we say no sand. That should be good. So now, if I place this here, it should do its thing. It hasn't been taken off. And it should become soul sand. Cool. And then we should get soul sand in here. Awesome. Add a recipe. Done. I was going to put a cover here. We can fly though. So 50-50 on what the play is there. Soul sand. We want to go here. Pow. And there we go. Wonderful. Truly remarkable. Pow. Okay. Now, I am curious. What happens if I try to order more than one at a time? With the recipe saying one at a time. See, it just does one at a time. Kind of a problem. Not a problem. I mean, yes, a problem, but also not a problem. I don't know. Alright, I think we do change the recipe. Just to be a little bit... Oh. I was going to say, that sounds really loud. Just to be a little bit... Oh, we can't sleep at all. We need the hammock. We're going to increase this to be half a stack. Yeah, why not? Alrighty, so what do we do with soul sand? Well, we have it. So we've got Wither Skulls, we've got soul sand automatable. We should probably request a bunch to be kept at once. Soul sand in here. Okay. Soul sand kept in here. And how much do we want? Definitely more than 11. So, I don't know, I'll probably go like 200. Alright, sweet. So there we go. And it should attempt to get 200 in the system, which is perfect. What else do we want to do? There is one thing I want to do. I don't know if we'll be able to do it this episode, but it would be from Dyer's mod, and it's this, the Time Wand. My understanding is that this thing is awesome. And it's similar to a time in a bottle, but it uses a liquid rather than magic, I guess. Alternatively, we do have a time in a bottle. Yes. This thing needs Omega upgrades, which need unobtainium. It needs one of each of these bad boys, which we don't have, to say the least. So, honestly, not happening for a while. This thing, happening maybe soon. Let's have a look at this. Paradox Machine. Oh, I think it's opening the quest book. Paradox Machine can, for a price of a lot of power and time fluid, take snapshot of blocks and entities, designate area, then duplicate it. Blah, blah, blah. Cool. Can't duplicate bees. Interesting. Okay. I think there's an actual quest line for just Dio things. Maybe? Yeah. Here it is. In saying that, they don't have it on this screen. Nor do they seemingly have the time fluid. Unless that's portal. I don't think it is portal fluid. Okay. Cool. So it's a mystery, even to us. I mean, I might be wrong. I might be missing it. But yeah, okay. So time fluid, paradox machine, a time crystal. No other recipe for time crystal. Time fluid. The fluid itself is made with polymorphic and a time. So you drop a time crystal in to get into polymorphic fluid to get time fluid. Okay. Cool. The paradox machine needs time fluid. Okay. I'm sensing a circle, a paradox, if you will. But what? How do I? Okay. But how do I? How do I get it? How do I? I'm gonna have to read the book. There's a book. There's a book. There's a book. Present me the book. Do we have an Akashic? Do we have a tome? No. Different tome. Okay. That's fine. The book should be in here. Here it is. How do I make any book? Okay. Book with goo? Is this the first goo? It is. I don't mind using. Alright, time crystal. Budding amethyst, budding time crystal. There you go. Okay. First off, let's see. Do we have a budding? We have a budding this. A budding amethyst. Block of amethyst with a set amount of quanta. Is there any other way to do it? Honestly, a ritual is not a bad idea, but I have to sacrifice a pig to get that. Nah, not a horrible idea. Amethyst golem conversion. I mean, like, that's the whole thing as well, right? Okay. Cool. This, I mean, it's just like, oh, God. I mean, they've done a good job to make it not fun. Like, all those options look just disastrous. Let's see if we just happen to have the right amount of stuff in here. No. Interesting. A little bit upsetting that it doesn't tell me on the screen what I need. The only bit is that this was red. Because, like, right, the noises that this game makes are scary. What am I doing? Like, to get this into the budding, I need 60 Eterna, between 30 and 50, and then 50 Arcana. If I chuck this in, we're at 45. We are between 30 and 40, but we're not at 40 for this. So I need a bit more of this, and then I need a lot more of Eterna, and like, it's... we can try. We can try. So I need Eterna. What's the way to do it? It's the $, right? Here we go. So these are all things with Eterna. Somewhat. These do Eterna up to 30. I mean, honestly, I think Shelf is just the easiest way to do it, for the most part. You can see all these different types. What adds a bunch? Max 60, this guy. This is pretty good, but you need Heart of the Sea, which we have, Prismarine, and an Infused Sea Shelf. Honestly, even just the Infused Sea Shelf? The Infused Sea Shelf can pretty much get there. We might do that. That doesn't seem too bad. Sea Shelf, Prismarine, a Bookshelf, and a Pufferfish. Pufferfish we can make it with Bamboo. Sure. Honestly, like, doesn't seem that bad. And then Prismarine I don't have. I can allegedly make it. Quartz, Generalized Overworld. Okay. We have some. Quartz, we have some. Okay, so we can make Prismarine happen. Like, I can do a stack, you know. Blocks, Prismarine. Yeah, right. I think. Hopefully, I'm doing that right. Prismarine bricks. No, I'm not. That's okay. Listen, it happens to the best of us. So that's 7. Each of these needs 6. I mean, like, is that really gonna happen? How much is a Hell Shelf? A Hell Shelf will go there. It will use nether bricks, but then it uses a potion of regen. No one wants to do that. How much does an End Shelf cost? End Shelf uses an Ender Pearl. It does use an infused Dragon's Breath and a Bookshelf, but it can go up to 90. Okay. Dragon's Breath infusion needs at least 80. So, like, that's not happening either, right? Like, it's just not happening. Cool. End Shelf. What? Oh, no, sorry. Hell Shelf. This one was just a potion of regen. That's the only magic going on here. Alright. Ghast Awkward Potion, which is Nether Wart. Cool. We don't have any regen. Nope. Bottles. We do. Let's grab 3 of that. Oh, I mean, yeah, whatever. Ghast what are we looking at? We do have at least some. We'll take them. And then warts. We do have them as well. Cool. What do you think? Do we have a brewing stand laying around? You sure do. Sweet. Chuck those in. Get her going. Alright, we do need books. Oh, I did try shift clicking. There we go. So we got some books, because we do need some bookshelves to at least begin. What you got for me? There's the pufferfish if we wanted to do that. That's not a horrible idea. Awesome. Hell Shelf. There we go. So we'll chuck those in. I think we put the bookshelves in. Cool. 3 Hell Shelves. Now, if I wanted to infuse these, it would have to be at level 45. This guy currently not there. correct? No, he is. Cool. So I could infuse these. For reference, an infused health shelf gives more and can go up to max 60. Cool. Okay. Awesome. From here, we get a few different things we can do. A blazing health shelf, for example, can go up to 65. You lose an enchanting clue, but as you can see, the Eterna and the Quanta goes up quite a bit. Glowing health shelf adds some Arcana. That's pretty much it. Realistically, we probably just want this. We don't actually want Quanta to go up that much. So we'd have to place some things to reduce Quanta. Which, despite it not being any of these things, I think like Wither Skulls and stuff can do that. Alright, so what are we going to do? We're going to break a few of these, I think. I'm going to break these. Place down these. What does that get us to? Just to check. 51. Okay. The thing we're after is the Budding Amethyst, which is 60. We need at least 60. Okay, cool. So basically, I think that means we'll just make another round of these, and I think that should keep us there. Cool. Oh yeah, I forgot. We just got a bunch of books. Sweet. So I'll do that, and I will be back. Alrighty. Here we go. So, health shelf. I should probably just bookmark it, although probably going to be the last ones we make. So too little, too late. We'll see how we go. So these. Boom. Pow. Cool. There we go. Okay, so if I were to chuck this in, we are now level 60. Or Eterna 60. Cool. Our Quanta, way too high. Our Arcana, not high enough. So, how do we do that? Quanta. Here we go. So, Wither Skulls drop them by 10, so we'll probably chuck a bunch of Wither Skulls down. Otherwise, I don't know, you can find something else that does, like, this Geode dude. Geode dude? But that needs a body one, so, you know, ironic, but, yeah. Melon Shelf, not a bad idea. If you know, had too much of the other stuff too. Wither Skulls. Now, the problem we have is I think we need to replace these, and we already don't have enough Arcana. So, we almost need to get rid of bookshelves and add more things, because I don't think you can go any higher, right? I think you can do corners. I'm pretty sure that's a thing, but like that doesn't give us too many options. If I place this down, for example, Quanta plus 10. I'm dumb. My deepest condolences. What adds Quanta? Health Shelf adds Quanta. These add lots of Quanta. I see. That's why Sea Shelf better. I see. Okay. Okay, so, okay. Cool. That needs pufferfish. Cool. Okay. Sure. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Let's buy some bamboo, I guess. Yeah. Let's get some bamboo. If you don't, because there's a chance that this is a trade that's been added on our server specifically. This is the equivalent to me running to a bamboo forest, okay? Using the nature compass. And then ideally I place that. Ideally it grows really fast. Or I encourage it to grow really fast. Or I bone mill it. What do you reckon? Bone mill work on a... Yep. Cool. And that's max height apparently. There we go. 15? That sounds about right. Cool. Let's do a couple of these. Pow. And pow. Awesome. Cool. How much is that? 52. Sounds good to me. Okay. So that should be able to make a puffer fish. One. Okay. We have one fish. What fish we got? Nothing at fish. What mod's adding all these fun little fish? Aquaculture. Aqua. That's the last. It's the last fish we have. Sure. No, we've got another fish. We've got a. Oh my god. We used the puffer fish to make the puffer fish. Okay, I understand. Okay. What? How else can we get more puffer fish? I did see this. The Elder Guardian. Cool. That makes sense. Okay. Alright, I'll tell you what. We're just gonna make a fishing rod. We're gonna make a diamond fishing rod. We're gonna enchant it, and we're just gonna catch some fish. I think that's... Yeah, we'll just catch some fish to fuel this puffer fish situation. That feels like the easiest part. I was thinking like I could do an auto fisher. What's a little fish, you know? What's a little bit of fishing? Luck of the sea means good stuff. I actually don't want good stuff. I just want fish. Lure would mean not waiting. So we kind of got the bad upgrade, which I only just realized like as I ran away. We put the grindstone away. Cool. We also put the budding amethyst. Like we put everything important away, which is just awesome, isn't it? Alright. We also don't have enough levels. Luck of the sea. Cool. What we need to do is consult this guy and say, can I retrieve level? Target level. Well, why doesn't it do it if I'm the target? Is it because the radius is not big enough to reach me? If I were to have it go here with a... Oh, there we go. Now I have 100. Cool. That works, I guess. Pow. Oh, lapis is also the problem. I see. Pow. What do we get? Not what we want. Awesome. Love to see it. Pow. What do we get? The exact same thing. Love to see it. Can I only get Luck of the Sea? Okay. So far, horrible. Lure 3. We get like a vanilla rod. Okay. It should honestly still just be pretty decent. Ideally, we shouldn't have to wait as long. Despite that, on our first go, we wait longer than our go before. Now, how many shelves do we need? Hopefully not many. And the bright side is it does appear as though we can, like it's one per shelf, you know what I mean? So like look, I'll be honest, it looks pretty good. That's easier than waiting for the other stuff. Well, yeah, I forgot about the prismarine. Yeah, I did actually forget about that. Was there any sneaky way to get this? Oh, lapis. Oh, that's actually... We're not doing crazy on lapis, though. We're really not. Yeah, okay. What else do we have? I think this is still just the play. Just do more of that. Boom, 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 pow. Yeah, okay. Alright, cool. So ideally, we replace at least these just normal house shelves with sea shelves. And ideally, as we do this, Arcana goes up, Quanta should go down. We need it just below 50, I believe. So, like, we're getting there. Which is pretty good. Oh, but wait, I forgot. We can actually, we can enchant these too, right? Yeah, we can infuse these, and so then they get bonuses. And then we might be able to upgrade them into like an even better one that does more of what we want. Let's have a look. The library. So we can do crystalline. This adds quanta. We don't want that. Insert enchanted books to prevent them from appearing in the table. How cool is that? And this one will do crazy good stuff. That honestly is what we want. Pow. We want at least one like this, but I'd argue that we kind of want a few like that. But let's go here. Grab some of those. Half-forged sea shelf. There we go. Cool. Okay, so in terms of this guy, well, for one, we're reaching the Arcana easily. And for two, I think we can just pick up like one or two of those. And it should just do the trick at getting this guy below. One more. Do we have any just normal? There we go, that might do it. Yeah, so I think that actually does it. So I think if we go amethyst now, and we chuck this in, cool. Budding amethyst. How sweet is that? So we can get a few of these. So let's do one more. Awesome. How? What do we do? So we goo. There we go. Budding time crystal block. So shadow pulse goo is what we need. In order to get that stuff, I think that's what we have here. Shadow pulse goo. Cool. So we do that. And does he need something, or is he good to go already? Or have I done it wrong? I think that's correct. Oh god. Okay, let's have a look. Shadow pulse goo into budding time crystal. I might need to activate it. Oh, no, there's just no visual for that. I did change shaders. I should say, oh, I fixed the GUI and stuff. Originally, like last episode, it was make up ultra fast. So that one works with the shaders. This one didn't. So now we have budding. And I can't pick them up. How do I... What are our thoughts? I mean, honestly, easy to get now, so let's do some tests. What? Okay. Let's do some tests. That breaks it entirely. Let's not do that again. Let's... No, well, it didn't say it in the quest book. Let's check this. Budding time crystal, blah, 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 blah. Oh, okay. Multiple... Cannot break it or shatter it, even with silk touch. I should have read. You'll need some other way. The simple swapper. Cool, let's get the simple swapper. I didn't read any of it. Let's nail it. Simple swapper. Needs an observer. Needs some more blaze gold. I can probably just scroll down a bit to get the gold. Interesting. So it's absorb stuff. I do think I could probably just cardboard box it as well. But I'm curious. Sorry. Sorry. I'm curious, and that is all that matters. Smelting. I'll put it away in the backpack, haven't I? Boom. 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 Cool. Swapper. Simple swapper, advanced swapper. Simple swapper. Let's read it. Blah, 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 blah. Start by placing 2 swappers in the world. And then use... Oh, okay. And it swaps where... Okay, yeah. Boring. I mean, nah, it's pretty good, but... What we want to do... Now, I don't know if... I didn't read enough, and I'm too sick to care about reading enough on whether this is a repeated process. As in, if we have to keep doing this every time we want the thing to bud. And I think that's possible. But we'll see how we go. We need to go into the nether. And then we got to go into the end. And we've got to do this in each of them. I probably should have brought more of the good stuff, to be honest. But we're going to pretend that everything's okay. Alright. We're out of range. I do actually have bonus cardboard boxes. Cool. Oh, we get to keep the cardboard boxes anyway. I didn't notice. Jump in and grab that. All right, so these should be absorbing. Yep, you can see that they are. All right. There we go. Lucky last. Come on. You know you want to. Man, you could be anywhere. You really could be anywhere. We've already left one behind. I'd rather not leave another, but I'll be honest with you. It wouldn't ruin my day. Alright. We're leaving. Okay. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go to the end. Alright, well, look, I tried. Okay? I did all I could. Alright, waiting on these now. There we go. That's one done. Budding time crystal block. And it's green, which means it's ready. As for this guy, orange, which means it's not ready. While that's happening, why not? Let's go back. Okay. Nope. Where did we look at this? Go, machines, tools. I thought it was. Oh no, but we read it, so it's now like at the back. Yeah, time crystal. Cool. Okay, finally, move it to the end. Blah blah blah. Visualize green party post. Blah blah blah. Turn green. Blah 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 blah. Each time a time crystal bud sprouts, it consumes some of the time energy. Ensure you don't break the time crystal buds until they're fully grown, or you will destroy them, receiving nothing. Eventually, all the energy will be consumed. At this point, you'll need to move it back and do it again. Cool. So you will have to alternate it. Okay, so they want you to move the time crystal and its buds all together, ideally. So advanced swapper, and you move the whole structure, boom, 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 to charge it. Cool. We can do that. Issues carrying them around. Cool. Well, I'm not really carrying them. Sure. I'll pretend that one's fine. So we have one. Awesome. Ideally, we want a guy like this to destroy it. That guy doesn't actually need to exist over there because we do have this over here. We have Enchrized Fluix, which I don't know if that's what it was originally called, but we have that happening over here. We have this guy set up with an allow list, which is good, which means I can actually just add my own little crystal over here, and it's sort of not the worst thing in the world. So let's attempt just that. If I place it here, I mean, honestly, if I place it here, then it will, no, it can't grow there. So ideally I place it right here. It can grow there, it can grow there, it can grow there, it can grow there. That guy can break the stuff. And then we can move just this area as well. And that shouldn't be a problem. Cool. We will pretend like that is okay. There we go. Budding time crystal block. Lovely. Lovely jubbly. So what we want to do, cluster, and we want a time crystal cluster added to the list. We also want to give this guy a new pickaxe. Do we have all the modding? We do have some. I'll just make it diamond pickaxe. You know what I mean. You know what it is. Chuck that game. Cool. We're in production once more. Lovely. You truly love to see it. I wonder if I use a flawless. Thoughts, guys? I mean, if I check, I'm sure it would say. Because there would be such thing as a flawless, but there's not, so. Unlucky. But yeah, so we do have this. A budding time crystal block. It will take time, and it will create time crystals. From which, we can make a time wand. We will need time fluid. So let's have a look. This guy's probably going to mention time fluid. There we go. Multi-process, fluid powering, blah, blah, blah. Dropping a time crystal into polymorphic. Cool. So yeah, we can do that. We can automate all that next episode, probably. We'll probably automate the full thing, like moving it and stuff. Maybe not next episode, but like we'll do that at some point. We'll see how long that takes. But I'll tell you what. Simple episode, but I think we're done. I'm struggling here. Sorry, again, I do apologize, but we're getting there. So again, if I just stand here, yeah, we'll yeah, that's fine. We can make it a massive area. It doesn't really matter. But I'm genuinely pretty happy that we got this set up. That's gonna be pretty good. We also did do a little bit of progress for the enchanting table itself, so that's pretty good. We know how to make more seashelves. It's also pretty good. But yeah, I'm happy. Let's double check our storage. How's that going? Oh, it's still going pretty well. We haven't even touched these new ones yet. It looks like we're almost going to, but we haven't yet. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the episode. Hopefully you're enjoying the series. It sounds like you guys are. Thank you so much for the nice comments. They're very, very sweet. They genuinely are. And yeah, hopefully I can keep... Oh, chicken. Hopefully I can keep having fun. Hopefully you guys can keep watching. We'll make stuff look better one of these episodes. or I'll do it off camera. So something will happen. If I were to do things off camera, it would be this. It would be either this, or it would be replacing the walls down in this area. They're the two things that are sort of annoying me, and like, I could do it quite easily, but yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the episode. Hopefully I will see you all in the next one. But before that, thank you to our donators and our channel members. Thank you to our tier 3 channel members, Melizzy, Farm Phoenix 13, and Space Trooper John. Thank you guys, and hopefully I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.